You're good at this.
My
Do I look
shorts.
okay?
You look great.
Meow.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Offering Podcast. Today's episode, we're talking all about our podcast. It's our first episode, and we're talking about where our podcast came from, why we are doing this, and what we want to share with you as we go along on this podcast journey. Ready?
Hey, I'm Alexa.
And I'm Tiffany, and this is
Our Daily,
Daily
Offering
Offering.
Podcast. We're going to laugh our way through that sort of intro for at least a couple episodes. We're going to find it, though. We're going to land.
I think it'll be there. I don't know. I kind of like the laughing every single time. It's so cute.
It's us.
Oh, that's who we are.
That's the point.
So, welcome to our first episode, The Daily Offering. I don't know. It's been a little bit of a journey to get here, but not too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just really happy to be here. Yeah. I'm super happy to be here with Alexa, who is really one of my best friends. And like, I've discovered that Alexa, you just make me come alive. So I just love being your friend and being your presence. So here we go.
That means so much. And I feel the same. Whenever I hang out with you, I leave just feeling like the presence of the Lord and just the evidence of how God orchestrates like his daughters coming together on this side of heaven. So I feel the exact same.
I
So
love
grateful.
it. Yay. Okay. So that's basically what Daily Offering Podcast is. That's who we are. It's two friends getting together and chatting and gabbing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, but what does it mean? So, I mean, we did have some conversations before, reaching this place in terms of podcast, like the genesis, the genesis of our podcast, as well as like choosing the name of our podcast. So, what is your version of the genesis?
Yeah. So the Daily Offering, I'm really excited to be here, honestly. Like, there's so much that the Lord has brought me through and given me to get to this spot for a podcast. Like, I've started many podcasts in the past. Like, I think I've had an iteration of my podcast from like when I had one in COVID. I've had one like 2022, 2023. I've tried to reboot my podcast almost every year just because I heard from the Lord, like, let's do a podcast. And I just have not been able to hold it down. Just because I think being on my own has been just a challenge, right? But now we're here, and like the Daily Offering, I think is so cool, and I love that it's just this brand new thing. I love that it is. It just helps us share who we are to the Lord every day. Like, how do we show up to God every single day? So like starting this podcast in a completely new environment, in a completely new way. Like, I've never done video before, which is a little bit crazy, feels a little bit weird, but like it's just really fun.
I even think that it's helpful for, our listeners, our viewers to hear, like, you've done this before. And even this morning, like, y'all, we got 3 cameras. We got all the angles. We got these like fancy, microphones. And this is like this is what you're good at. This is your skill sets. I know nothing about anything that we have around us. And so even as you were setting us up today, I'm like, man, God, you are so good to bring me a podcast partner who has this set of skill sets that I am so illiterate in. And so I think it's helpful even, and maybe this is something that we could dive into in future podcasts, episodes, but for listeners to hear, like, you've started and paused, and now here we are because the Lord has, brought you a partner to do it with. And I have a completely different set of skills. So it's just, I always call God my cute dad. I think he's cute. I think it's cute how he loves us specifically, intimately, and in just such detail. And I think it's cute of God to have brought completely different skill sets together in us. For me, I've never started a podcast, and I used the never word with the Lord, where so many people in my past, especially in the past, probably 7 to 10 years since I've been a professor and mentoring, the young adult age group, I've had so many people tell me, again, mostly young adults, say like, "Oh my gosh, Alexa, you should start a podcast. I listen to every word," and they're so encouraging and so kind. Right. Yeah. And I literally would use the never word. I would say, "Never in my life am I going to have a podcast," which usually means the Lord humbles me big time later and says, "Actually, it's exactly what I have for you." So I'm on the opposite end, learning so much from you. And I also want to just paint the picture for our viewers and listeners that the coffee shop moment when it landed.
Gosh.
So we met at Corridor Flow in Lomita. We love that coffee shop. And we met there because Tiffany does the photography for my business, and we could talk about that later. But I'm her writing coach, and she's the photographer for, my business and my media. Mm-hmm. And so we met at the coffee shop to just take some photos for my Instagram. And then we just had our usual friend chats after. And during that conversation, we were talking about what the Lord was doing actively in our lives and what we were learning and how he was refining us and shaping us and teaching us then and there in this current season. And at the end of that conversation, I sat back in my chair and I'm like, man, I wish we recorded all that. I'm going to want to listen to just everything we spoke about. Yeah. It was so rich. The Lord was speaking through you to me and vice versa. And even as we were verbally processing our current seasons, I felt as though we were even unlocking for, the Lord is speaking to us through us in just these really, again, specific, loving, intimate ways. So God is just so good. And I wanted to bottle up that conversation. You said, not only do I want this conversation for myself, in the future, but I want to pass this conversation on to all the young women who I mentor, the youth. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're totally right. Some of the young adults. So real quick, Tiffany is in a pastor role for the youth, and I'm in a pastor role for the young adults at our church. So we're thinking of the young women we pour to. Anywho, add more for me. That's my Genesis story of why we're on this couch right now. But add more. What are your thoughts?
I love it. Okay, so I agree with everything. She brought it. She really brought it into this beautiful memory. I just remember sitting there across from her. We're just gabbing and pouring out our hearts because that's just what we do together. Mm-hmm. And I remember sitting with Alexa, and I'm like, Alexa, and I remember doing this with my hand.
Yeah, you were doing it. You were doing a lot of this.
What if my hand's talking I'm so excited. I have my girls, they go like this to clap now. I don't know why. Do your girls do that?
Maybe not. It might be more of the high school age. Oh no, there's
high school girls are so cute. They thumb and pointer finger, and there's really no clapping involved, but they just do this. So. That's funny. But I was so animated with myself, and I'm like, Alexa, what if we started a podcast? And I think I just threw it out there for just because I'm like, what if? Yeah. What? It's fun. And then Alexa literally texts me. She's like, I think that the Lord said yes. And I'm like, what?
Which was so shocking because of my never, never, nevers that I'd said for a decade at this point. Right. Yeah. And so the follow-up text I sent you was, that's how you know it's from the Lord, because I'm saying yes after 10 years of saying never. And so that's when you know it's God.
Yeah. And I was seriously half in and half out on that, because I'm like, I would love to have a podcast. I don't even know if it's going to really happen ever. I don't know what the Lord is going to do because, I'm a start and fail kind of person. I have a lot of things that I've started, a lot of things that have failed, a lot of things that have been successful, but I'm a start and fail kind of person. And so when she said yes, I got really scared. And I'm like, I don't want this to fail. So if I have a partner, then it might fail. And then I will disappoint you. And then I got really I really had to ask the Lord, and I really had to pray about it. And I'm like, okay, God, is this going to really happen? Is this really what you want? But one thing that I felt the Lord reminded me of was my the book that I'm currently writing is completely God. I've tried to start a book since 2019. I have 100 iterations of a start to a book in my Google Docs. I was looking yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, I have 2 Google emails and there's books all over the place. This book that I'm writing right now is 100% from the Lord. It is being written by the Lord. I mean, I'm sitting down and I'm writing it. It's coming out of me, but it is the Lord showing me pictures. He's giving me words. He's giving me language for different things. And I felt like that was the same instance with this podcast.
Yeah.
The Lord is saying yes now, even though my yes was yes back then. It was a start, fail, but I feel like the Lord is orchestrating this moment because we have more with each other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And honestly, I haven't thought about this before, but as you're sharing this, what I'm thinking of is just thank you for your obedience to say yes when you first heard the call. And perhaps, it wasn't the time for this surging, lasting podcast when you first heard the yes, or when you first heard the call and answered with the yes. But now we get to benefit as partners from all that you learned through the start and fail, through the start. Yeah. I'm going to call it start and pause because I don't want to put fail on you, but yeah. Through the start and pause, start and pause, you learned so much that we together get to benefit. So thank you for your immediate yes. Yeah. Because it did equip you and it did grow you and strengthen you to show up here now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks.
It's true though. I mean, I know a lot of things about podcasts. There's a lot of things I don't know about podcasts, but I have quite a bit of research and experience, and clearly I have a lot of microphones and equipment and gear. A lot of it spills over from my career as a wedding photographer, but I'm really just lucky to have what we have here. So
absolutely,
that's the beginning, part of the beginning of our podcast. Yeah. So Alexa, what is the why? Why are we doing this?
Ooh, okay. So, well, I do think that my personal why is because God said so. Because again, he got to serve me a nice little slice of humble pie yet again with my nevers. But additional whys include how we minister to each other's hearts. And it's the Lord, it's the Lord's flow and his speaking and his truth and his inspiration and all the things, his wisdom. And so it's to bottle that up, for us, for others, it's to capture what, how we encounter experience and place ourselves as vessels, for the Lord and what he wants to say. So it's really capturing that, like capturing the Lord on a daily basis in our real time and season by season and what he's doing and teaching. And I just think that's a gift. I think that's a gift to ourselves and others to just be centering it on him and what he's teaching. I also want to bring us into the name, our why. And I think our name is tied to the name of our podcast, the Daily Offering Podcast. So I think that Daily Offering, being the name, also kind of answers a why. It's this modeling, like each of our podcast episodes, what we're going to be chatting about will be the modeling of our daily offering. And for me, my daily offering is obedience. Like no matter what, like every single day when I'm looking over here, cause that's where I work. Whenever I set up at my workstation, I work from home. And even before I open emails, before I meet with any clients, I work with authors, writers, I pray, of course. And I'm like, okay, God, first, like cover me, armor me up, and then show me like how you want my day to go. Do you want me to start with emails? You want me to start with editing, manuscripts? What you want me to start with? I had it this way, but go for it, rearrange. And speak through me when I get to meet with my clients and rearrange what it looks like when it's just you and me at my desk. And so my daily offering is obedience in every, shape of the word, even how I speak to my kids, etc. And so again, I hope that that's infused, into our episodes. But I'd love to hear more about like what that means and looks like for you.
Yeah, my daily offering is everything unto the Lord, It's wonderful. I am so inspired by your asking the Lord everything and following him in every step and doing that. My heart is just everything unto the Lord, like time unto the Lord. Like for me, I just do it unto him. Like I get up and I'm like, unto him, this is worship. I'm making breakfast for my daughter unto him. And I plan my days and my weeks unto him. And like everything that I do is unto him. Like really, nothing is for myself, for my own gain, for my own benefit. Although the projects that I do involve me and they're fun. And, I have those, I have things that I really love, but truly everything is unto him. And there's nothing that's not unto him. so that's what it looks like every day, is my heart fully given over, fully worshiping in all senses. Yeah.
That's gonna stick with me. The unto him is gonna stick with me in my days. So I really appreciate, you sharing that, and like, again, offering that even to me as a gift that I could carry with me. But tell us more, because I know a lot about you, which, like, yay bestie. How would you introduce, like, who you are, what you're, like, you were just talking about your daily life, your daily routines, like, what does that consist of? Who are you?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Tiffany, welcome.
So I'm Tiffany. I'm a daughter of the King, first and foremost.
Amen.
I'm a mom, I'm a wife, a dog mom, like those kinds of things, if you want to have, like fun little, cute little tidbits. But yeah, for the most part, like, I am home and I'm a creative. I'm deeply creative. Everything that I do is creative. And that's why I love to say it's under the Lord, because the Lord created us to be creative and to walk with him and to, to partner with him in that. So I would say on a weekly basis, because daily I'm too creative to have a strict routine, and it's to my detriment, honestly. But I am writing a book right now, and it's such an incredible middle grade book. I'm having such a blast writing it with the Lord. I'm writing a worship album. I'm a worship leader at my church, with my husband, who is a youth pastor and a worship director, and a homeschool mom. So I have a lot on my plate.
So to sum up, it is full. It's a full plate.
It's a full plate.
A full life.
Yeah, a full life, a full plate. I'm always trying to manage and balance myself and my time. But I have a beautiful daughter, and she's turning 12 this year, which is like I don't even know how to handle it. But so it's just a fun time in life to have just a person to shepherd and to love her into the kingdom. And, she reveals a lot of my flaws. And so daily I'm just trying to be the best mom that I can, and be the best creative with the Lord that I can, and trying to be the best manager of my house and the best, like, just doing my best. I'm not trying to perform, but I'm just trying to do my best. And with all of the people that God has put in my life to shepherd and steward, and to be, that he's put in my hands to disciple, and just do my best, So that's who I am. What about you?
I love that. And daily offering, right? Just doing your best is your offering. And that's all he asks, is for, to be good stewards. And I see you doing that every day in all areas. Okay. Samesies on a couple of those fronts. I'm Alexa. Yay. And daughter of the King, let me tell you. I think one of my favorite things about my husband, so happily married, we're coming up on 10 years in September. And one of my favorite things about Matt when I first met him was that he loved me as God's daughter before he loved me as his girlfriend or his fiance or his wife. And he still does that. And so that is my primary identity. And he reminds me of that identity, even sometimes when I'm like tired or whatever, or just being mopey. So he loves me, speaks to me, respects me, treats me, empowers me, like supports me as God's daughter first over being his wife. And that changes everything. So he helps me to like hold on to that identity and allow everything else to be informed by that. So I love that you started with that too. But yes, also wifey, also mom. I'm as of right now a foster mom of 2 boys. We're hoping to move into adoption this summer ? I'm sure we'll be screaming and cheering on an episode when the adoption finalizes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but yes. We've had these boys since November of 2024. So now, it's been a year and a half later. So they're age 8 and 2. And we received them at age 6 and 8 months. And so it's been such a fun, beautiful, any word you could think of, it's been that. It's been hard, and it's been gorgeous, and it's been heartbreaking, and so worthy. So worthy. These 2 boys are everything we prayed for and more for years. And But let me also say that fostering and adopting has always been our first choice. So we didn't try. You know, we ever since our second date, Matt and I had the conversation of kids, which is second date. That's very soon. But that was when I told him I don't think I want to birth kids. I talk to God about this all the time. I want to foster and adopt, provide a safe home. So Matt's response was, I just want to be a dad. I don't care how. And he's adopted too, through private adoption. So he's like, I'd love to give, that's the whole, he also said that's the whole point of who we are in God. Like we are adopted into, the Lord and in Christ. And so, so I'm a foster mama, but soon to be just drop the foster, being a mama. And I own a business. So I used to be a professor. I was a professor for 7 years. And so that still kind of comes through, though. The teacher in me still kind of comes through. So that's why I do definitely still drop that fact, even though it's in the past. But yeah, I'm no longer a professor. I launched my business in 2021, and I am now a writing coach, editor, and publisher. So I work with authors, but I also work with students, professionals, anyone who needs something edited, or even help writing it in order to get to a place of being edited. That's what I do, and I'm so grateful. Also, dog mom, love that you threw that in there. I'm obsessed with my dog.
Yes.
I'm not even embarrassed about it.
More so than I am. And I love my dog.
Oh, I love Ellie. Anywho, but that's me in a wee little nutshell.
I love it. I mean, like that's the beginning of getting to know us,
Yeah. And like in terms, absolutely the beginning. And of course, all of our other episodes, you'll hear more of our life stories and journeys. But I do also want to then like point it kind of to our audience in terms of who are they and who are we, speaking to. What are your thoughts on that in terms of our listeners' audience?
Yeah. That's such a good question. Okay, so my dream always from the beginning of podcasting is that I want to speak into young girls and young women's lives. We just need each other, ladies. We need each other. We can't do this alone. God calls us to, go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them. Right. Yeah. And so like we're all called to disciple. We're all called in that commission. And so, that's like my little contribution was hoping for this podcast, getting people excited about Jesus, getting people excited about missions, about being in your word and worshiping. Oh my gosh. I love worshiping the Lord. I love being in his presence. And so that's really like my dream and my goal is for young women to be inspired to run to Jesus. More than anything, almost like, I'm almost going to cry a little bit. Like if that is one thing that we can give you, that I can give you, is for you to run to Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd agree.
What about you? Like, what's your dream for this podcast?
When I'm sitting and talking with my sisters in Christ, and even friends, with different beliefs or values as well, I think that what I hear back. So I'm not necessarily claiming this, but this is what I hear back is even my husband says this too often, is the way that I could answer like any question, even like, how are you doing today? My answer can be something like, well, on the drive here, I was talking to God and, blah, 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 and then he made me laugh because he said this and I was not expecting that from my dad, Mm-hmm. And so I hear this feedback that I can just, kind of effortlessly like end up gushing about the Lord.
Yes.
in any conversation, any topic. And so I guess that's just my dream for this, is that it's just this gushing of, of the Lord and how he talks and how he teaches and how it's all gentle or powerful or both and for our good and how he cares so much. And it's, again, capturing that and offering that to others. For me, gosh, anyone of any age, anyone of, I know that I directly, outside of the podcast, directly mentor that age range, but I think that our conversations can be like dropped into a table, of any age and any person who just wants to hear more about who God is and how he shows up in our lives. And I also, again, like in terms of my daily offering, it being like my worship, my obedience, I would also love to get people just excited to say yes to God no matter what. Like, yes to God with full faith. Yes to God with full trust.
Yes
to God no matter what he asks. Yes to God right away too.
Yes.
Like, not like delayed obedience. We're talking like you know, you're just like, podcast on it, you know? Like, don't even care like about the rest, on it. Or for me, like, being shocked, like, podcast ? You're saying yes? I'm saying yes. Okay, I'll text Tiffany. You know, like, just let's just, you know, like the yes, the no strings attached, like no doubt suffocating your, just yes.
Yeah, and no self-promotion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could talk about pride in an episode.
Yeah.
God's had to teach me to unlearn pride in my 20s. And, you know, even check me on it, even still, you know, like plenty. And we, got to keep a pride check on. Yeah.
Mine is performance for sure. You know, and like being an artist and a business owner and a worship leader. It's all of that self-promotion.
Yeah. True. Yeah, okay. So this just ended up really sweet and really special to introduce our podcast and a little bit about ourselves, knowing that there's so much more to come.
So much more.
So much. And we're aiming to release an episode about every 2 weeks as we're getting started. And we'll update you if that changes in terms of if we're able to pull off weekly or something. We unto the Lord, right?
Unto the Lord. I will be so surprised if we get one every week. That would be like a dream, but also like wild if we could pull that off.
Let's see what we got. Let's see.
Yeah, I have no idea.
The Lord does.
Yeah, the Lord does. The Lord does. Honestly, the Lord will make a way. If the Lord makes a way, and we can open schedules and finances for this, then I would be like, okay, Jesus, like,
he could.
I've got you.
But in the meantime, every 2-ish or so weeks, we do have our Instagram, Daily Offering Podcast is the handle. So that will also, you know, we'll post when we have new episodes on there. But thank you, for tuning in.
One other thing that I wanted to make sure that we talk about.
Oh, what?
Is that we really want listener and watcher participation.
OMG, I'm so glad.
Yeah, so
that you remembered this.
This podcast is all about you, the listeners, the watchers, and we want to know what are things that you want to discuss, because you know, like, we're here for real life discipleship. Obviously it's the word, but it's how you live the word out in your real life. And so there are probably so many things that you have questions about. You know, like, we can talk all the way from apologetics all the way to like, how do I disciple my 5-year-old, you know, like.
Totally. I need like 8 episodes on that last one. I could talk about that.
So there's so much to talk about. You know, even that last night in my discipleship group, we talked about apologetics, and we were talking about the miracles of Jesus, and then we're talking about like demons and bedrooms, and you know, like, we just were like all over the place, and nothing is off the table.
Nope.
Nothing is off the table. So in the comments, please put in what you're interested in talking about, and we want to start gathering information from our listeners and our watchers. What is interesting to you? What is something that you're really struggling with, or something that you're interested in learning more about? And we want to hand that to you for open discussion.
I'm so glad that you remembered to add that. Yes and amen. I agree.
Yay! Absolutely. Awesome. Well, please, like and subscribe. I know that that's totally cliche to say, but like and subscribe, because you'll know when we post our episodes, and and you can participate and support us in that way, and cheer us on.
Yep. Amen. Thanks. And that's sisterhood, let me tell you.
I know. Well, thank you so much for watching the Daily Offering Podcast. We can't wait to see you in a few weeks, and we love you so much.
Yay.
All right, see you later. Bye.